Hello, happy Friday, patrons! Yay! It's the members only stream! I am so excited because I originally wasn't going to be able to go live with you today because I was supposed to be teaching at East Texas Fiberfest. So it's kind of a bummer that got canceled. I was really excited to see that event. And I'm bummed that I won't be able to see those of you who are going to be there. So, yes, but that's okay. It all worked out. Unfortunately, they were a Fiberfest that wasn't able to pay for teachers' accommodations and travel expenses, so it just didn't make sense for me to go. So, not that I want to talk badly about anybody, but I just don't want to teach for fiber festivals like that anymore. It's like I built it into my fee, but there has to be a certain number of students to sign up to make it worth it to go. You know what I mean? So, hey Kat, welcome in. Hey Aaron, good to see you. Hey Amber, welcome. Yay. Yay. I hope everybody had a really good week. We have finally had some rain down here. It has probably been like 6 months since we had rain, if not longer. So it is really good. Hi, Jesse. Welcome in. Yay. Yeah. The rain has been so good. I think we're actually going to get more today. I heard some thunder already a few minutes ago. So I'm like, okay, I hope we don't lose power during my stream. That would be really awful. We had thunderstorm on Wednesday, which was the day we had the crafternoon for the 3-color brioche patrons. I was for sure like the lights were flickering. I was for sure like, we're losing power. This is gonna happen. But we didn't. We did not lose power. I'm actually gonna upload that recording probably over the weekend maybe. It was a fun crafternoon. But yes, how's everybody's week been? I hope everybody's had a good one. Hollow Taco just launched a new collection last weekend, which I'm still obsessing over. I think I'm gonna have to wait until my birthday to get it though. Which is fine. It's not a limited edition. Otherwise I would be like, can I have my birthday present early, please? Yes, long week, Amber. Yay, it's Friday. Yes, I hear you. I know. Same for us. Same for us. Oh, stomach bug, Jesse. Ugh. Like you have it or your kids do? Wait, I can't remember if you have kids. Sorry if you don't. I'm sorry if you don't. Oh, such a long week for you too, Aaron. Yeah. For real. I feel you on that. It is Friday though, and it is the weekend. Almost. I still have some work to do today, which is good. A lot of times after my live stream on Friday, I just kind of check out. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with work. But I can't do that. Oh, all 3 of you? Ugh. I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel like getting sick, has different levels. Like, stomach bug is like the worst. level of getting sick. Yes, Aaron, you need some sunshine. I'll send you some. Despite the fact that we have thunderstorms, the sun is still shining. It's still shining over here. I got to get my list up of what I'm talking about today so I don't forget anything. But yes, members only stream. I'm so excited because I have a couple secret things that I get to share with y'all today. Because honestly, you know, since my videos have gone public, I have missed being able to share everything I'm working on with y'all. So that's one of the big reasons I brought the member stream back, kind of brought back the members only stream. Plus it was one of y'all's idea. I think it was Lexi's idea. I don't know if Lexi is here, but yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. So yeah, I'm like, I like the members only ones. Like the members only jacket. That's what I always think of. Do you remember those? I don't know if they still make those, the members only jackets. They were so hip and cool. I never had one though. I think I found a vintage one, but it was still so expensive. I was like, okay, maybe not. But I did show a sneak peek of my Shawl With A View Paris, which I am working on full steam ahead. Full steam ahead? Full speed ahead? What is the saying on that one? But I just finished the first chart, which I'll show you in a minute. I just want to make sure before other people, maybe give some time for other people to come on if they want to. So yeah, I'll talk about that later. But yes, I'm wearing my Frozen Sand top right now, which just came out yesterday. So thanks so much to everybody who grabbed a copy. And then of course, 2 Color Brioche patrons and above. This is the free pattern, or if you want to say it, pattern included with your pledge for this month. So don't forget to download it. Honestly, if you forget to download it before the end of the month and like April comes and you're like, oh my gosh, I really wanted that pattern, I'll just send it to you. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I am not persnickety about that stuff. Like, well, you missed the window. Like, no, it's fine. And I know some people have been having issues with Ravelry, like linking, because they have this really nifty I don't know what to call it. Like setup? I don't know if that's the right word. Feature that you can say in a coupon code, you know, for Patreon members only, and you can even pick the tier, which is cool. But then for some people it's not working. So I don't know if it's on Ravelry's end or what's going on. But like some people, it was fine up until this year. Like, what is going on? And they don't have a lot of help at Ravelry for some reason. It takes a really long time for them to get back to you. So anyways, if you're having issues, just let me know. Shoot me a direct message on Patreon or an email and just be like, hi. Oh, that's interesting. Aaron, it only works if you do it from your computer. What is that all about? I feel like Ravelry's mobile on the, like on the phone, their website on the phone is so hard to use. It's like, I like it better if I turn my phone landscape. Like, that's ridiculous. But that's good to know. Oh, thank you, Jesse. Yes, I love your version too. Oh yeah, just a tip. Oh, that's good to know. Maybe I'll put that in my posts too. Like maybe that's what people are having an issue with. Wait, Jesse, you tested that one, right? I'm like, I'm pretty sure you did. I just wrote it in my newsletter and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just like space out? And you're like, I didn't test that. Oh my gosh. I am I'm feeling a little silly now. Anyways, I was just checking. Yes, you did. Lol. I'm like, oh, wait, that was you, right? Oh, am I all red now? Thank you for understanding my silliness. Like, I just featured you in my newsletter. Pretty sure. I have such a bad memory, though. Oh my gosh. Such a bad memory. So yeah, honestly, I love this top. Like, it is not super hot today, outside. So it's a great day to wear it because it's like kind of ideal spring weather, you know, like high 60s in Fahrenheit, like low 70s. Because for me, 70s is still sweater weather, even long sleeve sweaters, just because of how hot it can get down here. I don't know if I would wear it in 100-degree weather, though. I'm going to be honest. I usually don't wear any kind of knitwear when it gets that hot. Just because, I don't know, maybe it would be fine. Like, I know wool can be good in both hot and cold. So maybe I should just give it a try. I do know that if I'm teaching, I will, doesn't matter what the temperature is outside, I will always wear my knitwear. Oh my gosh, I know, Erin. You need to finish something first before starting something else. It's a good mantra to have, for sure. Do you have a lot of works in progress, or you kind of like work on one thing at a time? I have so many works in progress, but I'm trying to like, I have some deadlines that I'm working with, so I'm like, I have to focus on my deadlines. And then I can be a bit more open. But yeah. So, and then, you know, it's there for you when you're ready. Right? Exactly. So, yes. You have at least 10 whips. Okay, yeah, same. Same. I think I have more, actually. I never judge. However people want to knit and work and craft. Right? Yes. You can replace the skeins you used up. Oh, and a yarn show this weekend? What yarn show are you going to? Yeah, but you know, like knitting and crafting, like knitting, crochet, crafting, spinning, those are separate hobbies, and then collecting yarn and fiber and whatever is another hobby, right? So if you think of them as two separate hobbies, then you're fine, right? You can collect as much yarn as you want because that is the hobby. Ooh, the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo. I've never heard of that before. I'm going to write that down. I love Ann Arbor. Right? Isn't Spun the yarn shop there? I love Ann Arbor. I used to go there a lot when I lived in Detroit because it's not too far. I mean, I went there when I lived in Lansing too, but... Oh, duh, you're a vendor. Well, that's amazing, right? It pays for your hobby. That is exactly why I started designing. Was so that I could buy yarn. I was like, oh, maybe I'll sell a couple of patterns and then I can buy more yarn, right? Oh, they do 2 a year. Oh, you haven't been before? So this is your first time vending too? Have you told me what your what you do for your vending? I'm sorry, this is like an interview. You don't have to tell me. Maybe we can just start an email chain. That's funny. Yeah, you vend so you don't spend. That's exactly how I think about it when I'm teaching now. Like, if I'm teaching at a fiber festival, I don't generally spend a lot of money while I'm there. Sometimes I do. Sometimes if there's something there that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't live without this. But generally, like, I don't spend a lot of money. Oh, Jessie wants to know too. Oh, Beagle and Badger yarn. Okay, I'm writing that down too. I didn't know that you had a yarn dyeing business, unless you told me and I forgot. And in that case, I'm really sorry if I did, because again, really bad memory. And also, that is a really cute name. Like, that is such a cute name. I think we're all gonna go check out your yarn now. You're small? Oh, come on. We all start off small, right? It's okay. It's good. It's a good thing. Sometimes I think like, oh, you know, I want my business to go viral or something like that. And then I'm like, do I though? Do I? Do I want my business? Oh, thank you. Ooh, natural dyes. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Named after your dogs. That's the best. You have a dog named Beagle. That's adorable. Is he also a beagle? My parents had a beagle when they got married. Okay, sorry, I had to hydrate. Yeah, right. I can't handle viral. I know, me too. I think I would be like, I'm done. I'm quitting. I can't. Yeah. Just stay good. I want to, you know, community, small community. It's good. He's a regal beagle named Beagle. That's adorable. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. Wait, is that, so you said that's this weekend? I'm going to look it up after the live stream, because I did not realize there were like fiber expos in Michigan. I thought the only ones even close to it were in Chicago, right? Like YarnCon. I haven't been to that either. So yeah, that's really exciting. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope it's really well attended and that you sell out. That's the dream, right? So yeah, let's get to sharing. So I showed you what I'm wearing. I wanted to share how I'm wearing it. So I'm wearing it over a little cotton kind of knit dress that I thrifted, and over pants. That's just how I love to dress, except in the summertime when it gets really hot. And then I don't wear layers anymore at all. Oh, there's another one? I need to check these out because like my whole family lives in Michigan. So I'm like, maybe I could get some teaching gigs up there and then actually like see my family. Oh, hi Lily, welcome in. Oh, don't worry. We've just been chatting about fiber festivals and Beagle and Badger yarn. I don't know if you can see it in the chat. Sometimes when you join late, I don't know if you can see the chat. But Erin is on here, and she's vending this weekend at the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo. Super exciting! So, oh, thank you, Kat. Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions about the frozen sand. Oh, yeah, Michigan Sheep and Wool Festival. I should have known about that one. I know, I'm going to do a Google too, Lily. Where I think we're all going to be Googling either right now or I'll be Googling after. So yes, I also finished my Sabine inspired shawl, which I'm calling Spectre 5, which is here behind me. You can see how gigantic it is. I'm going to take it off my dress form. Yeah, as soon as I took this out of the bath, I knew. I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be the biggest shawl I've ever designed. Oh yeah, you'll get me to Michigan? Yes, please do, Erin. That would be amazing. I need to come to Michigan. I just want to make sure I'm showing you the right side. So this is the center, which is frankly, like, I think one of my favorite parts just because it shows all 4 colors of the yarn. But basically how the pattern, I'm like snagging. How the pattern is written is you knit each, I'm calling them fragments. So you knit this fragment first, and then you knit exactly the same one again. And then you forge them together in the center with, it's like you join them in the round and you knit this diamond shape. And it really just makes the yarn shine. Like, just look how gorgeous that yarn is. There's nothing wrong with a big shawl. Exactly. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you. I know, it is gigantic. I feel like I get some complaints from people who are short. And I'm like, I'm short. I'm 5'3", and I love big shawls. So yeah, I kind of wear it like this. So it's kind of like, it's really, really fun to wear. So here's the brioche stitch pattern. You can kind of see it like a firebird. Yeah. And then I used a Japanese kind of hexagon lace pattern. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Lily. Yay! Thank you, Kat. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's like a small blanket. Exactly. And it's, yeah, super cozy. Exactly. I mean, I have some small shawls too, but I just love giant shawls. So let me see if I can get it back on here. I'm just going to kind of do that. It's like those, like how royalty used to wear like their capes or whatever. Oh, thanks, Amber. Yeah, I'm so excited. So look for that testing call. I think my tech editor is going to be done with it this weekend. And so I'm going to do a testing call early next week, or possibly over the weekend. So as always, testers at the 1 color brioche tier and above will get kind of first access to it. And then I usually open it up to the public after that. So yay! I'm so excited. So that's my next Star Wars shawl, which is inspired by Sabine Wren. And if you're not familiar with Sabine, she's like the perfect woman of Star Wars to feature for 2025 because she was a rebel during the Imperial reign. So she was in Star Wars Rebels, which takes place, I think, 5 years BBY. So that's like before the Battle of Yavin in Star Wars terms, which is from A New Hope when they destroy the first Death Star. So yeah, thanks for letting me geek out a little bit. So Sabine, if you watch from season 3, she's always changing her hair. So in season 3, this is what her hair looks like. It's sort of like this really, really bright white, and it fades to, maybe not fade, but like it's like dark purple down here, and then it fades to like a white. So yes. And then Lauren from Valkyrie Fibers, who dyed this yarn. So here's her logo label. She is also a huge Star Wars geek, so I was overjoyed to work with her. And also Asian, which I wanted to work with an Asian dyer because of Sabine is also Asian. So she's gonna have 2 other kits available, like color choices that are also based on Sabine's hair. So this one, obviously, and then one where her hair goes from green to blue and it a blending in between. And then from, I think, Ahsoka at the very beginning, her hair goes from like bright orange to like a dark red, dark purple. So both 3, so 3 kits total. I know, yes, like an ombre. That's a better term for it. Like a gradient or an ombre. Like whenever people use the word fade, I'm not sure if it really, I think of like the color fading away. You know what I mean? So yes, I know. I love her hair too. I love that she changes it all the time. Yeah. A woman after my own heart. Yes, I know. It is going to be very hard to choose. It was hard for me to pick, honestly. I went with this color scheme because that was my original, before I even was working with Lauren, that was my original color. Those were the colors I was originally going to do, and I had originally just gone stash diving for it. And then I was like, hey, Lauren, do you want to do this together? And she's like, yeah. So that was, yeah, so that was fun. But yes, they are about, she actually dyed them all like prototypes and then sent me the pictures so that I could choose. And so she's going to do a pre-order. I'm not sure when she's going to open it up, but sometime in April probably, so that if you want to use her yarn, you'll have it by the time the pattern comes out. So that's really good. And then of course that will be the May pattern included for 2 color brioche patrons and above. I always like to do a new pattern. So I don't think I've done, excuse me, an older pattern in a while. Yeah, sounds good, Lily. I'll post it on Patreon for sure so that nobody misses it. But you know, I never know with Instagram these days if people see my posts. Honestly, I'm just kind of like, well, did anybody see it? No? Sorry. There's nothing I can do. But I figure if I do my newsletter and Patreon, then at least y'all are seeing it. Right? Let me just get my list back up. Oh, you're part of Lauren's Patreon too? Nice. I didn't know she had a Patreon. I will have to check it out. I have this piece of paper with like all these random notes on my desk. I'm like, I can't. I honestly, it's funny. Oh, she'll probably post on there too. Very nice. Very, very nice. So yes, again, testing call probably on Monday for the Spectre 5. Maybe sooner, because I'd like to start the testing on Monday, actually. So maybe I'll post the testing call tomorrow. Oh, that's adorable. It's a joint Patreon with Kitty with a Cupcake. I know, they're doing the Fiber Witch Festival together, which I'm like, if I lived near Salem, I would totally go to that. That's adorable. I don't think they do classes, though. I was just looking at their website to see. I'm like, oh, I could teach there, but they don't offer any classes. which is fine. Like some fiber festivals, that's just not their shtick, you know. They just want to have the goodies. And they also have a coronation ball, which I thought sounded really fun. I love Kitty with a Cupcake. I love her Pride Pals. Those are so adorable. Yeah, the name alone. Yeah, and she's just they're just both, I just love both of them. I've never met them in real life, but they just seem like such great people. Okay, so can't wait to show you my Shawl with a View Paris. And of course, I had to match, I always have to match my project bag. So I'm using my Oh Wow Amsterdam bag, which this one is exclusive to Lamb and Kid, or The Lamb and Kid, I'm not sure, but they're in Bainbridge, Washington. I don't know if they sell these online, but I got mine at Flock Fiber Festival last year. I could not resist. I love pink and orange together. It is my favorite color combination, and it's so rarely done because I just think not many people like it. Maybe. Like when I got my first apartment ever, I was in college and I said, when I get my first apartment, I'm going to paint it pink and orange. And I totally did. I wish I'd taken some pictures of it. I probably did, but it was like, I mean, there were digital cameras, but it wasn't the same as it is now where, you know, it's just built into your phone because it was the early 2000s. Anyways, I digress. So let me show you. I've finished 2 of the buildings. Okay, so here, let me show you the yarn first. So it's all in cake form. This is the special, so this is by La Bien-Aimée. They actually asked me when I came out, I just feel like I'm all over the place right now. Let me just finish a sentence. I'm so excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. So if you might remember last fall, I released a shawl called Shawl With A View Baltimore, and it was with Neighborhood Fiber Co. and it was like the skyline of Baltimore, Maryland. And after that came out, the folks at La Bien-Aimée approached me to ask if I would design a Shawl With A View Paris for their 10th anniversary, which is also my 10th anniversary this year. So it was very serendipitous. So they're coming out with this special colorway, which is called J'ai 10 ans, which is I'm 10 years in French. I am so obsessed with this colorway. It reminds me of this old colorway they did called Pandemonium, and they discontinued it for some reason. And again, it's like the pink and well, this is more like pink and yellow, but it's got some subtle speckles in there. And then I'm pairing it with Sari, S-A-R-I. And yeah, I'm just so excited. So I finished chart 1 today. So it's this kind of this actually smallest buildings. Let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Hopefully you can see it. I feel like it's on needles and it's like really hard to show. It's like, come on. There. Hopefully you can see it. So these are is that better? It's like I can't show you. These are I'm going to pronounce this horribly, Haussmannien buildings. These down here. And then this is the Obélisque du Louxor. So there are going to be 9 historical buildings on the shawl. They didn't want any of like new Paris, modern Paris. But yeah, so I wanted to show you, this is day, it's kind of like an optical illusion with the yarn pooling. And then here is night, Paris at night. It's harder to see the buildings on the night side. But yes, so the next building is going to be the Arc de Triomphe. And then, of course, the Eiffel Tower. I'm so excited. The Eiffel Tower is going to be one of the trickiest buildings, I think, because the way the Baltimore shawl, it was like really easy because it was just each building was like straight up and down or maybe like a little angle or something like that. Whereas the Eiffel Tower is like, you know, there's multiple architectural elements going on and it's curved a little bit. Yes, classic Paris. Exactly right, Kat. Exactly right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. It's also going to have Sacré-Cœur, Notre Dame, the Moulin Rouge, and we're including Pont Neuf, which is, I think, the most famous bridge over this, you know, River Seine. So I'm so excited. This is just such a fun project to work on. So that will be coming out kind of mid-May, mid to end of May. So yeah, I can't really show. I could tell y'all, but not the public. It's kind of like a little secret. So yeah, that's been really fun. I wasn't expecting Paris to be my next city because I've never been there and I'd love to go there. My mom has actually been like 7 times. I really wanted to go with her for her 70th birthday, which is next year. But I don't know if it's going to happen because I feel like life reasons, financial reasons, and also she's been going through some physical hardships, I guess I'll say. So I'm like, the idea of walking around, Paris is kind of hard to do in a wheelchair, right? I have no idea. I've never been there, so I don't know. It might be wheelchair friendly. But yes, I'm so excited for that. I'm thinking the next one will be New York because I lived there for 5 years. And it just feels like the next one to do. And so I'm thinking about using 5 borough yarns for that one. Because I'm like, that's the perfect yarn to use for the New York shawl, right? So yeah, I would do probably, obviously Manhattan for that one. So yes, what shawl with a view would you like to see next? I would love to hear if you have any ideas. You can let me know in the chat, or if you're watching this later, you can let me know in the comment. I know some Texans were asking for Dallas, which that would be really fun. There's so many Dallas-based dyers I could use. Austin was another one. I'm like, I don't know which one to do for Texas. Like, Austin makes sense because it's the capital, right? And like, Detroit would be a good one. Because I lived there too. Just do Istanbul because I also lived there. Yeah, Aaron, you were asking about Detroit. Yeah, I think I might. Oh, Jesse, New Orleans? That would be a cool one. That would be really cool. Yeah, Lily, New York. Oh, San Francisco. Yes. That would be a cool one. Oh, yes. B&B Yarn. That would be so fun. Yes. Detroit based. But you're actually like in a suburb of Detroit. Because yeah, that would be so cool. All right, done. Let's do it next year. I'll put it on the books. It'll be so fun. It would be fun to do. Yeah, San Francisco would be really cool. I feel like I'd like that one before LA if I did a California shawl. You know, San Francisco is such a beautiful skyline, and especially with the bridge, right? The bridge would be so interesting to incorporate. Oh, yeah, you're about 10 minutes from Detroit? Oh my gosh. That's so fun. I miss Detroit. I loved living there. Loved it. But I had to move to New York. I just had to move to New York. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like if I'm going to do a shawl with a view, I should go there, right? For research purposes. And then, Lily, you can give me a tour in San Francisco of your favorite places. That could be a work trip. Right? Totally a work trip. That would be so fun. So Paris, you know, might not be in the cards for me, at least not for a while. Kind of sad. But I don't know. We've had some house issues the past week. We have some major foundation issues going on in our house. So we're like, oh my gosh, it's crazy how expensive it is. Yeah, work trip. For sure. This is for research. No, I can't just find the skyline. I have to see it with my own eyes. What was funny was for the Paris shawl, there was a lot of back and forth with La Bien-Aimée for the layout of the skyline, like what buildings were included and what, I guess, buildings and structures were that they wanted to include, and then the order that they wanted them in. So it's really interesting. I kind of wish I had been in that meeting. It was just like, here's a layout. Because I did it symmetrical with the Eiffel Tower in the center. But then they came back to me and wanted the Eiffel Tower to be off center. So I thought that was interesting. I'm like, huh. And so I was asking why, and they said it was just asymmetry. So I thought that was interesting. I wish I could have been a little fly on the wall in that meeting. But yeah, it was fun. So maybe I'll do that with my other shawls. Maybe I'll submit them to Patreon and say like, okay, which layout do you like the best? Like for New York and Detroit and San Francisco. That would be fun. New Orleans, like Jesse said. Does New Orleans have... Yeah, it has a skyline. I was just there in September. So I have been there. I should just do like all the cities where I've been and hope to go. That's a long list. That's a really long list. I bet there are tons of San Francisco yarn dyers and New Orleans yarn dyers. I know a yarn dyer that's in Baton Rouge. The Fleur de Stitched. They're really fun. Yes, that's all I've been working on, but I do have some yarn to share with you. So last year I went to Arlington, in Arlington, Texas, for the Arlington Hand Knitters Guild, and I did some workshops there. It was really fun. I got to hang out with them. And one of the people that's part of the guild is also the editor-in-chief for Ply magazine. So I am doing a design for Ply magazine. I don't know which issue it is. But I was like, they asked me to do a design. I'm like, well, I'm not a spinner. So I don't know how to do that. And... Oh, Kat, that's a great idea. Do a smaller scale cowl. That's a really good idea. I have to think how to do that. because it could still be knit flat. I'm going to figure out how to do that. That made my brain kind of go, But good idea. I'll write that down too. Cowl with a view. Cowl with a view. That's so fun. Really good idea, Kat. Thank you. So, yes. So I was like, I'm not a spinner. So they got somebody else to spin me the yarn. And then I'm going to do... This is my first time actually taking it out of the bag. Oh, it's got some sparkle in it. So these are hand spun by somebody, I think it's by, oh my gosh. Yes, Sweet Georgia yarns. They were so nice and included the fiber makeup. So Sweet Georgia Yarns, who also does fiber. And I think that the owner of Sweet Georgia is also a spinner. So look at these colors. I mean, how knit graffiti are these colors? And this has some sparkle in it. Can you see it? Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. Yes, Sweet Georgia. Yeah, I just have the skyline wrap around. That's a good idea. Yeah. I know. Yes, they do teach classes. So yeah, this one looks like it's got a little bit of green in there. So yeah, it's going to be a 2-color brioche hat pattern. And I know, hand spun is so amazing. I know, they're so pretty. They did such an amazing job. There's like a little bit of thick and thin. I feel like if I let myself, I would fall down the rabbit hole of spinning. Especially because my sister-in-law is Andrea Mowry, and she, like, I was just at their house in Michigan. Oh my goodness. She has a spinning wheel in like every room. And yeah, totally an enabler too. Like in a really good way. So it's like I always get so inspired. I'm like, I want to spin. And then I remember that I hardly have any time to do another hobby besides like my work. My work isn't really a hobby though. I have other hobbies, but like a fiber related hobby, I guess I should say. So yes, I'm thinking about doing a hat version of my Gem Moon pattern. If you know my Gem Moon shawl. So, and it has kind of mermaid shell vibe, which I feel like these colors are totally like purple turquoise, like oceanic kind of mermaid vibes, right? I'm so excited. So yeah, as soon as my Shawl with a View is done, then I can work on this. And I'm excited to work with hand spun. I have never actually knit with hand spun before. I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have. I've made some like wall hangings out of hand spun that are hanging up in my house. Oh yeah, Gem Moon's on your short queue. Yay! I know, I want to do a top. I have a top pattern idea too for that pattern. Top pattern for that pattern for that stitch pattern. I have too many ideas, guys. I have too many ideas. Too many ideas, not enough arms. But the other day, I made a list of all the different brioche hats I could make out of other stitch patterns that I've done. And there was like 20. So I got to get cracking. And I need to find another color combo in my stash because I'm going to do the hand spun version. It's going to be the main version of the hat. But then I was going to knit another version for myself because they're actually going to keep the sample. So I was going to knit another version for myself out of just, you know, hand-dyed yarn or commercially available yarn or something like that. So it's DK weight. So I'll have to go through my stash. I don't have that much DK. It's all like up here. That's about it. I might have to go shopping. It's a business expense. Right? Yeah, I'll have to go stash diving. I have like a year to do it. Because in a year, so I think it's a year. I have to look at the exclusivity. In a year, I can release it to the public. Because otherwise, it'll only be available in the magazine. But, yeah, I'll have to look at my stash. I could use some Emma's yarn. I have some Emma's yarn I could use. Oh, Malabrigo. I know. It's like I never go there. I need to do some Malabrigo. I wonder if they... Oh yeah, hook me up. I figured that's what you meant, but I wasn't sure. You're typing too fast. I should do some research and see if they have some colors like this, because that would actually be really nice, is to use yarns that are available that are not hand spun, but similar colors. And I feel like Malabrigo would do, I mean, obviously it wouldn't necessarily be like the gradient cake kind of thing. I'll have to do some research and see. I bet you know, though. What is their DK weight yarn called? I know I could just look it up. I'm just trying to chat about it. I can't believe it's already almost 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock my time. It still hasn't started raining. So thank goodness for that. So yes, next week I will not, it'll be excuse me, 2 weeks in a row. I will not be doing Graffiti Doodles. I might go live next week. I have to look at my schedule because, oh, it's not that expensive. Oh, so Rios. Okay. $15 a skein. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Okay, I'm going to write that down too. I have my little list going right here. Malabrigo Rios. Because I'll be at Knit ATX next week. So a week from today, I will be driving up to Austin. But my event isn't until the evening. So I'm wondering, I need to look at my schedule. Because I'm like, maybe I could go live even for like a half hour before I get on the road. So yeah, I'll have to look at that. But otherwise, 2 weeks in a row, I won't be going live unless I can next week, which I'll let y'all know. So I'll be in Austin at Knit ATX next weekend. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Boulder, Colorado, which I'm so excited to go. I've never been to Boulder. My husband actually went to college there to get his second master's degree. Yeah, because his first master's was from Princeton, and then his second master's was from Colorado University or University of Colorado. I don't know what it's called. Whichever one is in Boulder. So I'm excited to go. And my cousin, Kelly Anderson, lives there. She is also a knitwear designer. So she's really cool. She designs with brioche. So I'm excited to see her as well. I haven't seen her in a very long time. I honestly don't know if I've seen her since we are adults. Do you have anybody in your family like that? I'm like, we keep in touch, but like in person, because they moved out to Colorado when I was a kid, and then we hardly ever saw them after that. But she's a knitter. She's really cool and a designer. And I think she works sometimes at like My Sister Knits. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Colorado. And then that's it. I'm done with teaching for the year, except for I'll be doing Vogue virtual end of April. So I'll be doing a couple of classes with them. And then I was thinking about offering like 1 hour classes, like 1 hour Zoom classes, just by myself, because I have Zoom. And then what I could do is I could sell them as a course afterwards, but then you wouldn't get it live with me, but you would, you could at least still take it. But yeah, what do you think about that? I put it in my stories the other day, because I was like, that'd be cool to offer, to like first dibs to my Patreon community, and then y'all will get it at a discount and then open it up to the public or something like that. So I was like, yeah, like 1 hour for $20 or something. Oh, it's $17. Okay. Yeah. Just email me. $17 is still like, that's still a good price for a skein of yarn, considering a lot of hand dyed yarn is, upper 20s or even in the 30s, US dollars. Right. And then right now with the tariffs and stuff, like Canada, like everything is, if you live in Canada, like everything is so expensive now. Like I was just watching Christine from Holo Taco. She was just talking about, like, she lives in Canada, but Holo Taco is made in the US. And so now her Canadian customers have to pay like 25%. So like a lot of Canadians aren't even buying stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh, Rios is really nice. I wish I had a yarn shop and I could just go and pick it out in person. Well, I'll be at a yarn shop next week. I wonder if Knit ATX has Rios. I will have to check there because maybe I can do a little bit of shopping while I'm there. Yes, classes on demand. That's a really good name for it, Erin. I'm going to write that down too. I've got my little list. Yeah, like I want like really affordable. I mean, my online course is not that expensive. But I feel like one-on-one would be kind of cool. Oh, thanks, Kat. Yeah, thanks for your feedback. I mean, I do have an option for a Patreon tier, brioche, all the things, that you get a 1 hour, I mean, included with it is per month, a 1 hour one-on-one Zoom session with me. And so potentially you could use that as a class. You could be like, I want to learn this. And, that's what you could use it for. I might have to add that to like the membership thing. Be like, you could use it as a little class. Because you also get everything from the tiers below. I mean, obviously it's more than $20. But, yeah. So I think that might be something I start doing like late spring and in the summer. Because I don't have any teaching gigs at all. I did not sign up for Flock again, even though I had a great time last year. I decided not to apply this year because they just weren't covering the expenses. Oh yeah, you're just trying to build community. That's a great way to do it. Oh, that's a great idea, Erin. Teach knitting. Wow. That's so generous of you to teach people for free like that. Yeah, it's a great way, like you said, it is a really great way to build community. Um, and yeah, gestures to everything. Exactly. I know. And I'm also thinking about upping the my craft nights and crafternoons to 2 a month just because like I feel like I need it. You know, like having 2 a month, I could do one crafternoon and one craft night, and then there's more options for people. Like you could come to both, or if one works better than the other, you could come to that. Oh, thank you, Erin. Yeah, I mean, and I wanted it to be like affordable. I didn't want it to be like, oh my gosh, $100 for a class. Like what? But or even $80 or something like that. Um, yeah, I think everyone is looking for some sort of connection, and not everybody can travel, you know, and virtual stuff. Thank goodness for Zoom. I'm really grateful for Zoom. But yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for your feedback on that. I'm really excited. I'm trying to think of classes, like I think they're going to be kind of brioche centered. Um, just kind of real quick things that people could do. They don't have to buy a pattern. Just gather some materials and let's just cast something on and right, yeah. I think $20 would be fine for me too because I'd probably cap it at like 25 people, and I mean I might not even get that many people. Um but I already have so many classes planned. I could just do like mini versions the of those classes that I already have planned out, you know. Or like it could be, included in the classes like this pattern and we're going to do like a swatch for it or something. And no tariffs on virtual goods. Oh gosh. Well, with the VAT tax, sometimes I feel like the people in Europe have to pay quite a bit extra. For Ravelry, the people have to pay the VAT tax on my patterns. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. But if you buy on my website, you don't have to pay the VAT tax. I'm not sure if I should say that publicly, but if you're in Europe and you want to buy one of my patterns, you don't have to pay the VAT tax. You might have to pay it. I don't know how it works. Oh, thank you, Erin. Thank you so much for your, I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. I was going to say kind words, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I can't think of words right now. It's Friday, okay? Yeah, rebel. I'm such a rebel for not charging VAT tax on my patterns. I don't know. Maybe I should figure out a way to do it. I feel like I'm such a smaller business that I'm not sure anybody would actually come after me. Maybe they would. At least I'm not saying this in a public forum. Oops. Encouragement. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for y'all's encouragement. Well, does anybody have fun plans for the weekend? It's almost the end of March. Well, it is the end of March. It's almost April. April is my birthday month. Birth month. I'm so excited. I'm going to get so much nail polish. I'm going to just like get all the nail polish I want. Probably not all. I want way too much nail polish. Because also, if you follow any indie nail polish makers, there's this thing called Polish Pickup. And I'll put the website in the chat. If you're interested in nail polish, this is a really cool thing because they only do it once a month. Oh yeah, the Fiber Expo. Well, yeah, good luck with your Fiber Expo. Oh, thank you, Erin. Thank you. I don't know why the website is so long. Yes, good luck at your Fiber Expo. I hope it goes really well. I can't wait to hear about it. If you want to post pictures in the Discord, number one of just your yarn, and you could post it in the chat, in the Patreon chat as well. We would all love to see it. And also pictures of your Fiberfest. So yes, Polish Pickup, if you've never heard of it, it's amazing. It's like once a month, and a lot of indie polish makers can post their nail polish on there, and then it's like a limited amount, and they are just like the most amazing colors. Oh, Lily, you're staying in. Oh, it's been rainy there too. Knitting, maybe some TV, movies, YouTube. That sounds delightful. And Kat, lots of knitting. Oh yeah, wrapping up Malabrigo March. I hope that went really well. Oh, good luck. I hope you have some good state testing. I didn't know Florida did state testing too. My kids have the STAR test next week as well. That's a good idea. Make it a little family trip. Oh, good. You joined the Discord. I am so bad at staying active on it too. I will admit. Sometimes I try to go on there and like chat, but really what it's for is it's really for y'all. It's a way for y'all to communicate and connect. And I think it's just, if you're not used to using Discord, then it's like maybe people just don't think about it. So sometimes I try to go on there and be like, hey, what's everybody doing? But yeah. Well, yes, I hope you'll have a great weekend. Sounds like such a blast. We are going out to dinner tomorrow with my husband's aunt and uncle, and their grandson are coming to town because their grandson wants to potentially go to Texas A&M Kingsville, where my husband teaches, where he's a professor. So that's really fun. So we're going to see them. Oh yeah, draw prizes. Right, yeah, he's homeschooled. I remember that. Right, yeah, you need to go in for his testing. That makes sense. Oh, well, I hope you'll have a great time, and I hope you'll have a great week and a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see y'all next week. I'll let you know about the live stream next Friday. Yes, knitting in Studio Glibly. I know I started Kiki's delivery service. I never finished it. I need to go finish it. I've seen it so many times. But yes, I need to finish it. I've been watching all of the spin-off shows of The Walking Dead. I've been really enjoying those, but sometimes I need something a bit more wholesome, you know? Not so dark. All right, well, look for the testing call either this weekend or early next week, and I will see y'all in a couple of weeks. Yes, have a great weekend. Bye. Oh, tell Josh I said good luck on his test, Kat. Break a leg. All right, I love you all so much. Bye. Thanks for joining in with me. Oh, I didn't say it by name. Thank you for joining in with me today, Kat and Aaron and Amber and Jesse. Thank you all so much. It was so fun chatting with you. Oh, and Lily. Thank you. I'll see y'all later.